Browns. The Cleveland Browns did go 8-9 last season, missing the playoffs. Riddled with injuries, they traded off Odell Beckham Jr. in mid-season to the LA Rams, the Super Bowl winning LA Rams, I might add. They decided to cut ways with Jarvis Landry as well. In the offseason, they made a huge splash to getting Deshaun Watson $230 million himself, and 26 acquisitions later, they picked up Amari Cooper, and they did not too terrible on the draft as well. So, 2022 sounds promising, right? Sounds promising. However, in midst of everything that's happening, they pissed off Baker Mayfield, right? Hey, we don't need Baker Mayfield. We got Deshaun Watson. Well, guess what? Deshaun Watson is not going to play this season, guys. Acquisitions keep piling up. So, with that being said, week number 1, they traveled to Carolina to take on the Carolina Panthers. Does all this offseason controversy and Deshaun Watson underneath his microscope, and we don't know who the quarterback is going to be. Right now, Deshaun Watson is slated to be number 1. Jacoby Brissett is slated to be number 2. And Baker Mayfield is still on the roster, but he's slated to be number 3, I guess, if push comes to shove. But with all that being said, let's flash back to 2021 a little bit here. The Carolina Panthers came out of the gate hot. CMC was healthy. Sam Darnold looked great. Robbie Anderson was doing good things. Who else was their wide receiver? But also, the Carolina Panthers are kind of riddled with all-season controversy. Is Baker Mayfield going to Carolina? Robbie Anderson doesn't want to play with Sam Darnold. It doesn't matter. Give me the the Carolina Panthers in week number 1. They do beat the Cleveland Browns in Deshaun Watson's debut if he happens to play, right? And just when push comes to shove, Carolina is a good first 4-week team like they were last season. We were talking about them Super Bowl, right? Week number 2, we've already broken this down, but give me the Cleveland Browns over the Jets. Week 2, week number 3, divisions game starts. Thursday night football. Pittsburgh Steelers come to Cleveland. This game is very, very intriguing because obviously Thursday night football, if you guys have been listening to the man hours, I roll out this stat. Almost every time we pick a Thursday night game, the road team is 75% losing versus the home team. However, this is the division rival. This is the Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Cleveland Browns. This is prime time game. This is going to be Kenny Pickett's debut. This is Deshaun Watson's coming out party. However, the Pittsburgh Steelers are kind of a team on a mission. They are a team that's just always there. They're like the St. Louis Cardinals. They can have whoever you want pitching and catching. Somehow they're going to make the playoffs somehow, some way. And somehow, some way, the Pittsburgh Steelers pull off this Week 3 matchup over the Cleveland Browns. It's probably going to be a nasty 6-3 game. It's going to be 10-7. So it's going to be a nasty game. But either way, going into week 4, the Cleveland Browns then travel to Atlanta Falcons. We have not broken down the NFC South yet, but I still think Desmond Ridder is going to win that job over Marcus Mariota. But I do think the Browns come out on top versus like Atlanta, giving them a 2-2 start to the season. Week 5, we already picked this game. I do have the Cleveland Browns beating the LA Chargers. Chargers are going to be a good team, but it is very, very hard to travel from the West to the East Coast time zone. Week number 6, the Patriots come into town to take on Deshaun Watson. What is one of the biggest flaws of Bill Belichick is defending a mobile quarterback. What is Deshaun Watson? He is a mobile quarterback with a damn good arm. There's a reason why Deshaun Watson is a top 5 quarterback in the league, and that is not because of he just strictly scrambles. That's strictly not just because he's just a pocket quarterback. It's because you don't know what he's going to bring you. That's why I'm giving the Cleveland Browns this win over the New England Patriots week number 6, giving them a 3-game winning streak. They've beaten the Falcons, Chargers, and now the Patriots, giving them momentum going into week 7 when they travel to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. Is this a battle of the bottom dwellers of the AFC North? Possibly. Only time will tell, but give me the Ravens at home. The Ravens are always strong in the regular season. They fall off, week 16, 17, 18 when it matters the most. Week 7, middle of the season, give me Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens over the Cleveland Browns. Week 8, This is a Monday night game. Cincinnati Bengals come into town. Man, the Bengals or the Browns schedule does not get any easier going through the rest of the year. I mean, we've had the Chargers, the Patriots, the Ravens, and now the Bengals, all the back-to-back weeks. And then the week before that, they played the Steelers and Falcons. Yes, the Falcons aren't going to be very good, but the Steelers, man, this is a rough, 4 or 5 week stretch here. But the Bengals coming to town to take on the Cleveland Browns. Monday Night Football, that crowd is going to be rocking. Deshaun Watson's probably going to get at least 3 more accusations after this game, because the Cleveland Browns are going to rock the Cincinnati Bengals world. For whatever reason, Joe Burrow just forgets to show up this Monday night game. The pressure of the lights and Cleveland Brown, the dog pounds going crazy, rough. They whoop that ass. Week 9 is a bye week. Week 10, I do have the Browns beating the Miami Dolphins. We've already picked that game. Week 11, the Browns travel to Buffalo to take on the Bills. Give me the Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills are a team that you don't really want to mess with. They are the best team in the AFC right now on paper, hands down. Week 12, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are coming off a bye week to take on the Cleveland Browns in Cleveland. This one, there's always those trap games, right? The trap game is for not the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but the Cleveland Browns. Because they do play the Bengals coming up in 2 weeks, and then they have a very hard stretch coming up because they play 3 division teams in a row, like again. But give me the Bucs coming off the bye week going into Cleveland. I just have faith in them. Week 13, the Browns travel to Houston to take on the Texans. For some reason, I like Davis Mills. I like Davis Mills as a quarterback. I think he is going to do good things for the Houston Texans moving forward. However, I just heard a very interesting rumor today, and I've been digging some research and talking to some people that I know around the league, and it might be more plausible than what we think. Jimmy G could possibly be going to the Houston Texans. What? Right? Yeah, the Jimmy G, Mr. When I'm healthy, I lead a team to the championship game G himself, could possibly go into Houston, Texas. Now, will he be leading the Houston Texans to a championship game? Absolutely not. But can they beat the Cleveland Browns? Absolutely. I don't care who the quarterback is. Houston is going to be a very, very tough game for everybody that they play. They're going to fall on the short end of the stick 9 times out of 10, but they do come out on top versus the Cleveland Browns week 13. Week 14, the Cleveland Browns travel to Cincinnati to take on the Bengals. Give me the Bengals. Bengals are on a revenge tour, and they whoop that ass. The Browns are kind of in this free fall state right now. They have lost 4 games in a row. I mean, they lost to the Buffalo Bills, the Bucs, the Houston Texans, and now the Cincinnati Bengals. Oof. Does it get easier? Absolutely not. Week 15, the Baltimore Ravens come into town again. However, remember what I said about 3 minutes ago? The Baltimore Ravens are good through 1 through 12 weeks. Well, guess what? This is week 15. Week 15, give me the Cleveland Browns at home over the Baltimore Ravens. Week 16, the New Orleans Saints come into town. Oh, this is a Saturday game. I believe this is a Saturday afternoon game, like 4 o'clock or whatever. Here's on the East Coast. These Saturday games are always very intriguing to me because it comes down to coaching. Like at this point, Saints have a new coach. We don't know whether Michael Thomas is going to be in the Saints uniform or not. Who is going to be the Saints quarterback? Yes, I know Winston's slated to be starter, but will he? This one's tough for me because when I look at the overall record right now, where's it at here? I had the Browns sitting at 8-7. 8-7 going into this Week 16 matchup. Because I do have the Browns beating the Commanders Week 17. Now, I do not think they're going to win 10 games this season. But the 2 games that I have left to pick are the Saints and the Steelers. So I'm taking the Steelers week 18. That puts them at 8-8, right? Now, Do they take that step forward and they become a 500 team, or are they still below 500 team? This Week 16 game matters. Is it, are we going to fire Kevin Stefanski at the end of the season, or are we going to give him a raise? In the most Cleveland Brown way, they're going to fire Kevin Stefanski at the end of the year because he finishes 8-9 again this season, duplicating what they did in 2021 and probably going to miss the playoffs as well. So I got them overall record finishing 8-9, 2-4 in the division, 6-6 in the AFC, but they are 5-3 at home, 3-6 on the road. So if they can just, be undefeated at home somehow, some way, pump that up to eight wins, they're a playoff bound team. There are some questionable games that I have there that could go either way. The Miami game, week 10 here, I do have the Browns beating the Dolphins, but the Dolphins, they could be good. They could be. Week 13, I do have the Houston Texans beating the Browns. That could go the other way. But really, the rest of them, I'm pretty much set. Maybe opening week, they beat the Panthers, but does that really put them in playoff condition? No, it doesn't. It doesn't at all. So moving on to the other